Investigating three new shootings this morning, including one that has left a teenage boy hospitalized. NBC4's Matthew Herchick is joining us live this morning to recap what was a busy night for CPD. Matthew.
That's right, Christine, with, high ball going on like you and Liz mentioned last night, and the Buckeyes playing a night game. Of course, there was a lot of late night activity around Central Ohio. And like you said, Columbus police are now busy this morning investigating three separate shootings. The first of which occurred around 4:30 yesterday evening. Police say that it happened behind a rent-a-center on the 600 block of Harrison Pike. One person is recovering at Grant Medical Center. Police say they are looking for a suspect that was wearing an orange sweatshirt and blue jeans.
Any other identifiers, characteristics? I mean, they did say orange sweatshirt, so I mean, not everybody wears orange sweatshirts. But if I see a crouching tiger walking down the street with an orange sweatshirt, I need to call the police, right? And be like, that might be the guy. He got on blue jeans too, right? Or if I see a glacier glider walking down the street with an orange sweatshirt and blue jeans, I should just be like, police, got him. I mean, how does this work? And this is Columbus, Ohio. Y'all got to understand, man. Every city, everywhere you go, they're having the same issues. Every city now. It used to be a lot of them. Now it's every single city.
Looking for a suspect that was wearing an orange sweatshirt and blue jeans. Not long after that, around 5 p.m., police say they responded to a report of a walk-in shooting victim. According to police, the victim was a 15-year-old boy who is now in critical condition, being treated for several gunshot wounds. There is no suspect yet in that case. And finally, just before 11 o'clock last night, police say two neighbors near Canal Winchester got into a fight before one of them was shot. One of those neighbors was taken to Mount Carmel for treatment and is in a stable condition. And of course, Chrissy, will continue to keep you updated on all of these shootings as we learn more, both on air and online. But for now, local for you in Columbus, Matthew Herchick, NBC4.
Right now, Black Americans lead the way in rising gun sales. According to the National Shooting Sports Foundation, since the pandemic began, gun ownership in the Black community has risen nearly 60%, with violence continuing to plague predominantly Black communities. One area nonprofit is stepping up to help stop the trend. Today.
Oh, so we finally found it. We finally found a story where they actually make the connection. They connected the dots. Salute to Louisville, man. WLKY for being the first news station to connect the dots. Now they're doing it in a story about legal gun ownership in the Sun community, when we know that of all the homicides, and as I talked about yesterday, it's 1380. It's not 1350. Do not get in my comment section and type 1350. 13% of the population is doing 50%. It's 1380 now. The new numbers are in. But of those murders that 13% is committing, it may be negligible the amount that are done by legal gun owners. Legal Sun gun owners. Legal Sun gun owners ain't out here doing these killings. But at least it gave them an opportunity to actually connect dots. Because they can't connect dots during a drive-by that kills a 4-year-old. Or a club getting shot up and 12 shot, 3 dead. They can't do that. Because that'll make some people look bad. And if you make some people look bad, the whole community is going to crumble. From its heights. But this story gave them a chance to talk about that it's actually not America does not have a gun problem. America has a son problem.
Right now, Black Americans lead the way in rising gun sales. According to the National Shooting Sports Foundation, since the pandemic began, gun ownership in the Black community has risen nearly 60%, with violence continuing to plague predominantly Black communities. One area nonprofit is stepping up to help stop the trend. Today, the National African American Gun Association held its first of many gun safety sessions. The goal is to teach attendees how to become a responsible gun owner, which leaders believe will chip away at the city's growing crime rate.
Households, if you had a gun, you were told, there's where the gun is, don't touch it. And so we want to, create an environment where people can then learn about how to safely own their guns. We're also trying to make an impact on crime by teaching our members how to own and use these guns responsibly, because everybody's seen what's going on in the city, right? And so that's part of our mission.
I'm hoping this brother said more and they cut it out. I'm hoping he said more and they cut it out. Aaron McMurray, National African American Gun Association. Never heard of him before. Never seen him on any YouTube channels. Keeps a pretty low profile. I've seen Coleon, that one guy, I forgot his name. And the other guy, Maj Toure, and several other guys. And we have our resident gun expert here at the channel, Mac Knight. But we haven't seen a lot of this guy right here. The National. This is the official one. How is having guns going to prevent crime? Because he said that. And I would like, to follow up. Is it like Ursay Joyner, the Oakland Police Department captain, retired captain, who was pumping his gas the other day, and like so many thousands of people across the country each day, was approached by some teens and was able to send one to his maker, one to the ICU, and one, he got the gun battle with him, got shot up. But had he, kept his cover behind the gas pump, he may have gotten away unscathed. Or many of the other people we see on our channel, like Bernard Berry, the Chicago OG legend, was able to ward off a heat stroke from a Sunman carjacker in Chicago. Or many of the other people that we cover on this channel. Because one thing we do love here at this channel is when the good guy wins. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Salute to all you guys who are doing that, who have done that. Really appreciate you guys. But when he says,
we want to, create an environment where people can then learn about how to safely own their guns. We're also trying to make an impact on crime by teaching our members how to own and use these guns responsibly, because everybody's seen what's going on in the city, right? And so
you want to cut down on crime with gun ownership. So you talking about some law-abiding Sun people busting some caps and some Pookies and some Ray Rays, because that's what's going to happen. All these 60% spike in legal gun ownership, which is counteracted with a infinitely, we can't even put a count on the number of that the illegal, the thugs, the hoodlums, the shooters, many more guns they have with all these PPP loans and all these robberies and burglaries they're committing. How many arsenals and weaponry they've bought with all the proceeds from that. So I think that, yes, this is a good thing. I think this is a great thing that African Americans are going out and getting guns. It's a great law-abiding Sun people going out and getting them some guns to, take on, as he said, we all know what's going on in the city. Well, what is going on in the city? Anyway, you guys know here. But just for people who wouldn't know, they'd be like, Meg, what's going on in the city? We all know what's going on in the city. So, hopefully I have some more stories to give you guys of people on the right side of the law defending themselves and being able to send some of these Sun teens and these criminal elements to meet sweet Jesus. But until then, let's hear a word from Aaron McMurray from the National African American Gun Association.
Households, if you had a gun, you were told, there's where the gun is, don't touch it. And so we want to, create an environment where people can then learn about how to safely own their guns. We're also trying to make an impact on crime by teaching our members how to own and use these guns responsibly, because everybody's seen what's going on in the city, right? And so that's part of our mission.
The organization plans to hold another event in the coming months.
More women, especially Black women, are becoming gun owners right now. In fact, in the first 6 months of 2021, nearly 87% of gun stores nationwide had an increase in African American women buying firearms. Hoosiers are following this trend too.
So, sisters, now if you've seen the femicide rates, oh my God, they're just insane. If I take you to the gun memorial, you'll be like, hey, because they have a gun memorial for women. Matter of fact, let's go there. Alrighty. The Women's Gun Violence Memorial. Now you have to also understand that sisters make up a small portion of the women in this country. But I want to show you something. Where sisters die, because one thing I talk about on this channel is that, yes, women get killed. All sorts of women get killed. But it's domestic. It's in the home. Or it's a lover or a scorned lover. Sisters get killed by people they never even met, or they met 2 seconds before. Or they get hit by a stray bullet, or the club got shot. They get killed in public by people they don't know, which is very rare for women. The FBI has reported on this. Legal system reported on this. The majority of women are killed by their lover or scorned lover, someone like that. Let's just pick some random sisters. Barisha Williams, age 20. Barisha, Northwest Oklahoma City woman, fatally shot on Sunday in front of younger brother. My baby literally died in my arms, mother told authorities. In the search for answers after their daughter was shot and killed in a drive-by. Okay? Now let's just pick a random white woman. And hopefully Now let's just pick a random glacier glider. Hopefully they weren't killed by a sunman. Let's see. But if they weren't killed by a sunman, I guarantee you they would not have been killed in public. The only way that any of these glacier glider women were killed at a public place outside of the home by somebody they never met before would be if they were killed by a sunman. Look at this. Bond set for $1.5 million for husband accused of fatal shooting for wife. And I'm not saying that sisters' husbands don't. I'm saying that the majority, most of these sisters on here were killed outside by somebody they didn't know. Now, the same amount of sisters were probably killed in domestic situations as all the other groups combined. Which means that the rate is so high that yes, it's probably 2 sisters killed in domestic incidents for every one glacier glider. For every one on Brito. However, take those sisters out of the equation, and that group that's left that got killed outside by someone they never met before, that group is higher than all the other groups of women killed combined. That's what I'm saying. Look at this woman, Angela White Hooks, Northeast DC. This is Kilmo News. He's one of the guys I told you to check out. I told you to check out his channel on Twitter. He talks about crime in DC. This is his cousin. This dude, he talks about all the crime in DC. So if you had a stomach to see what's going on in DC, minute to minute, hour to hour, which make sure you go to his channel. But this is his cousin, Takaya Claiborne, who was killed the other day. She leaves behind 3 beautiful boys, killed trying to protect someone during a shooting. So, Rakisha Waller Henderson. A lot of sisters getting killed in D.C. Whew. Detectives from the Metropolitan Police Department's homicide branch are investigating the homicide that occurred on Saturday, October 23rd, 2021 in the unit block of 54th Street Southeast. At approximately 1:26 a.m., members of the 6th District responded to the listed location for the sound of gunshots upon arrival. Members located an unconscious and unresponsive adult female suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. No suspects in custody. But you can just go on and on in this list, and any sisters you see on this list, you can almost guarantee that they were killed outside. Akari L. Ingram Trenner. Coroner identifies 19-year-old shot and killed after a dispute at apartment complex. Jamiga Land, LaShonda Whitfield, family of woman was trying to leave, was killed in murder-suicide. Okay, so we got a murder-suicide. Okay. So this is a normal way that females die.
More women, especially black women, are becoming gun owners right now. In fact, in the first 6 months of 2021, nearly 87% of gun stores nationwide had an increase in African American women buying firearms. Hoosiers are following this trend too. Our Logan Gay tells us what's fueling the surge.
I just want to make sure that Baden's Firearms and Ammunition, located on the city's east side, has been in business for almost 6 months. And the owner, Ryan Baden, says he has already seen a huge increase in sales, especially among black women. Baden says 6 out of 10 of his in-store customers are black women, as well as 90% of his out-of-state sales. many of them first-time gun owners. It's all a part of a national trend.
African American women have taken a stance when it comes to self-protection within their families and within their community. It's not just African American men that hold that presence.
So who's killing these Sun women, these sisters? Is it supremacists? Is it the KKK? Capitol Riders? Proud Boys? Who's killing these sisters to where 90% of your out-of-state gun sales is from sisters and 60% of your in-store gun sales is from sisters? Who's killing the sisters? Is anyone going to talk about that?
African American women have taken a stance when it comes to self-protection within their families and within their community. It's not just African American men that hold that presence.
Baden's Firearms and Ammunition has seen such an increase in women buyers that some guns are frequently out of stock. One of Baden's customers, Mildred Willis, says it's all about empowering women.
We just want to be able to protect ourselves and protect our children so that we can be around.
From who? Cops? Lone wolf? Right wing? Who? Who are you protecting yourself from, sister?
Mildred Willis says it's all about empowering women.
We just want to be able to protect ourselves and protect our children so that we can be around.
She says the uncertainty from the pandemic and the country's civil unrest all play a major factor for many women wanting to purchase guns.
The uncertainty from the pandemic and the civil unrest is the reason why they need guns. Wow. It's almost as if they're incapable of telling the truth. And I get it. You can't tell the truth. The news people can't tell the truth about who's doing this. I get that. But sisters?
She says the uncertainty from the pandemic and the country's civil unrest all play a major factor for many women wanting to purchase guns.
When you're being targeted and you have the stories of like Breonna Taylor and Sandra Bland and you have these incidents going on all across the country, you want to know that you feel at least have a chance at survival and feeling safe if you're out here, because some people are radical.
Willis,
how did she fix her face to say that? How did she fix her face to say? How did she muster up the gumption, the audacity, the temerity to get on local news and say that she getting a gun because of what happened to Sandra? And I did a video of Sandra Bland. I'll put a link to that in the description box. Sandra Bland was out here thugging. Hard too. But Breonna, she was out here thugging hard. They were killed. One committed suicide. One had a well-documented history of committing suicide. Well-documented history of mental illness. Committed suicide after like her 20th incident with cops. Another one was like a queen pin and got killed in a drug raid after her boyfriend shot a cop. And that's why their sisters carrying guns. Has nothing to do with the out of control femicide rates. Wow. Has nothing to do with the fact that if you a sister, your life is in more danger than the men from the other groups. The men from the Glacier Glider men, the Hombrito men, the Crouching Tiger men. You're in more danger than the men from other groups as far as when it comes to murder. That has nothing to do with it. The fact that your murder rates have skyrocketed in the last year and a half That has nothing to do with it. It's because you so happen to Breonna Taylor and Sandra Bland. This is so disappointing.
When you're being targeted and you have the stories of like Breonna Taylor and Sandra Bland and you have these incidents going on all across the country, you want to know that you feel at least have a chance at survival and feeling safe if you're out here, because some people are radical.
Willett says she would suggest all women educate themselves on gun safety and how to exercise their rights.
Everybody deserves the opportunity to protect themselves and protect them homes, and that they should not be afraid to learn about guns or even own a gun.